The Jet Set Man returns, Mr. Stubbsy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I've recovered from my jet setting.
Good. Well, I'm sure there's more to come because E3's around the corner. But let's not talk about E3 because you have been to Future Games of London studio, which is an Ubisoft studio, and who have announced Hungry Shark World, which I know nothing about apart from what people are seeing as we talk. What is it, and why should I care, Stubbsy? I suppose.
Well, it's a mobile game that is... I want to say it's a sequel, because it must be a sequel, because it's not as if it's a story or anything. But it's a sequel to Hungry Shark Evolution, I think, or Evo, which was actually a very popular mobile title that just didn't do that well over here.
Right.
Like in China and Japan and Asia, like it was probably the Angry Birds of that side of things. It was apparently massive, judging by the stats that they've got.
Okay.
They were quoting like 240 million downloads or something.
Jesus. I mean, that sounds a lot even by today's standards.
Yeah, so it's actually quite popular. We've just never heard of it, which is quite interesting.
Okay.
But they've come back, and Hungry Shark World is kind of the new version of that. And at its simplest level, you are a shark, unsurprisingly, and you have to swim around, like, I think there's 3 different levels at launch, and they're quite big. And you have to swim around and just eat as much as you can find. So, like, you control it. The only things that you control is a virtual joystick, and then, like, the whole screen is technically a virtual button that when you tap with the second finger, it gives you a boost.
Right.
So, like, you're using this virtual joystick to move your shark around, and then it automatically eats anything that gets, like, near its mouth.
Okay.
But there's, like, stuff that's dangerous to you. So there's, like, mines. There'll be divers that have got harpoons. There'll be other sharks that can kill you because they're massive. There's, like, jellyfish that you can't eat unless you're a certain shark. And your life is constantly, like, draining. It's your hunger meter, so you have to keep eating. And it's basically a high-skill game. Like,
so you're a very hungry shark then?
Yeah.
Not a caterpillar, a very hungry shark.
Yes, I see what you did there.
Oh, you got it. Okay, that's fair enough. I'm glad someone did. So, I mean, is it any good? It looks quite nice. I mean, it looks like the areas are big. Like, I saw stuff pop up on screen like saying, you are entering this area, you are leaving this area. Like, it looks quite big.
Yeah, the maps themselves are, like, pretty massive. And they said that, I'm sure they said they're going to build into them over time. Like, they might extend a certain map. But each map is... I think each map is a combination of underwater and overwater sections. So, like, if you've got loads of life, or you're just going really quickly, you can, like, dive onto the land and glide across and eat stuff that's in the land and things like that. But the 3 maps, one is, like, in Hawaiian-type island things.
Okay.
Another one's in the Arctic, and another one is in, like, the Dubai Sea, basically.
Sure.
And they're all distinctly different, which is quite interesting. And I think, like, each one is harder than the previous one, or at least that's what it seemed to be to me.
Makes sense.
But, like, you'll start off with the, like, Hawaii type thing, and that's, like, there's quite a few small things. I think that's the one where there's a sunken, like, pirate ship that you can go into.
Okay.
And then as you, like, go to the Arctic, then it's, like, totally different. There's, like, less people in the water, obviously, because they'd probably die. But there's, like, penguins and narwhals and stuff like that.
And you can eat all of this stuff, can you?
Yeah. But what is quite interesting is, I should say at this point, I was playing on a developer build, so everything was unlocked. So, like, the idea is you get it and you'll start with one shark, and then as you start progressing, you can unlock more sharks. And obviously the sharks get bigger and more badass. And so...
One appeared to be wearing a wig.
Yes, there's also, like...
and one was called Dave.
Customization stuff that you can do that gives you small stat boosts.
Okay.
Like, I think I had a saucepan that gave me... Like, that was tied around my neck and gave me extra food time or something. Or increased the amount of life that I got or something like that.
Okay.
But they're only small stat boosts, so they're not vital. And you can also have pets. Like, you can be a shark and you can have, like, a mini, like, great white swimming alongside you that'll take off some smaller enemies that you might miss and stuff.
So, It's not an endless runner as such, but it is kind of it is kind of an endless sharker because like you do go until you. I mean, how do you die then? How do you run out of? If you say it's a health meter,
your hunger is always your life/hunger is always draining slowly.
Okay.
So if you just stop eating, then eventually you'll die.
But why would you stop eating? Why would you let that?
Because
deplete?
like sometimes you can't find stuff. Like certain areas might be barren. There might be like a polluted area.
Right.
And that'll like damage you over time. And then there's like other obstacles. So like there's landmines, although they're underwater, so I guess they're not landmines. But there's mines that if you hit will blow up.
Sea mines, basically.
Yeah.
Mines, just mines.
There's other sharks that if you're not big enough, then they will like attack you, or they can come in a group and attack you. And then depending on what shark you are, like some things will insta-kill you. Like when I was playing as the second smallest shark, I hit like a massive mine. Although I was playing in an area that I don't think I should have been. But I hit a massive mine, it just insta-killed me.
So, I mean, two questions then to close out is one, and you can put these in together. One is, did you enjoy it? Is it good? And two, does it do enough to stand out in what is, let's be honest, a very, very crowded market these days?
I did enjoy it. I think I want to play a build where I don't have everything unlocked, because I think a lot of my enjoyment was the fact that I'm this massive shark. Like I instantly went to the biggest one.
Of course you would, yeah.
And just like started eating everything, which was quite good fun. Like it's the late end game state of any game. Is some people find the end game boring, some people find it like likable. I quite like end game content, and this was pretty good. I think my worry is it depends how grindy it is at the start.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to sit there for like 4 hours just so that I can get a new shark. Like I want that upgrade pattern to be nice and quick. So yes, I did enjoy what I played, but that's in the parentheses that it was a different build to what's available.
Sure.
Will it stand out? I don't know. Like it depends.
It doesn't sound like it needs to if it's that popular in other territories.
Yeah, like Asia and stuff like that, it will just be massive and they'll make tons of money off it. Over here, I mean, getting anything to the front of the App Store is not easy, but when you've got Ubisoft backing you, I mean, I don't see why not. I don't think it will become like the next Angry Birds over here anytime soon, but it will do well.
Fair enough. Well, that was Hungry Shark World, which probably by the time that you are watching this is available now. So, if you like what you saw, go grab it. Thanks very much for your time, Stubbsy.
No worries.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Should have backed the guy as a geek Patreon.